Hi students, welcome to Sai Niketan online classes. In last video, we have completed a few physical properties like boiling point, solubility, and we was discussing about basic strength. Now, I am going to start the basic strength of aromatic amines. Aromatic amines and ammonia. Here, this basic nature of amines is due to the presence of lone pair of electrons on nitrogen. If you take aromatic amines, example aniline. Okay. Here it has basic nature. When it is react with mineral acid like HCl, then it forms anilinium salt NH3 plus Cl minus. Here when this HCl is dissociated into H plus and Cl minus, then we have H plus. In H plus there is no electrons. Here lone pair of electrons are donating to H plus ion. Thus a bond is formed between nitrogen and this hydrogen. Thus we have NH3. And actually bonds of nitrogen is 3 only, but here how many are there? 4. Here 3 bonds, here 1. Thus it gets a positive charge. And in solution Cl minus is there, that is the Cl minus. Thus here this aniline react with acid, we get anilinium chloride. What is this? Anilinium chloride. This is the salt. Thus, when this compound is react with the acid, then it gives salt. Thus, aniline has a basic nature. And here, these aromatic amines, you can take primary or secondary or tertiary, whatever may be. But these all aromatic amines have phenyl groups. That is primary means this is the NH2 aniline. This is the primary amine in aromatic amine. Secondary amine means one more phenyl group is present, that is C6H5. On this nitrogen also lone pair of electrons are present. If you take tertiary amine, then nitrogen has 3 phenyl groups like this. But on nitrogen, lone pair of electrons are present. This is the primary amine, this is the secondary amine, this is the tertiary amine. And here, if you take ammonia, NH3. In ammonia, one lone pair of electrons are present on nitrogen. But here, each case, primary amine, secondary amine, tertiary amine, nitrogen is attached to one phenyl, at least one phenyl ring, that is C6H5. Here, this C6H5 group is electron withdrawing group. Electron withdrawing group. That means it can attract the pair of electrons towards itself. Then the availability of these lone pair of electrons are difficult. Okay. Here how many phenyl groups are there? 2 phenyl groups are there. This phenyl group is attracting the pair of electrons towards itself. This is also attracting towards itself. Thus here availability of lone pair of electrons is very difficult. But in the case of tertiary amines, 3 electron withdrawing groups are there. Okay, these are attracting a pair of electrons towards itself. Thus, it is very difficult to donate a pair of electrons. Okay. Thus, here Due to the presence of electron withdrawing groups in aromatic amines, that is primary, secondary, tertiary amines, they are not donate the pair of electrons easily, but in the case of ammonia, here neither electron withdrawing groups nor electron donating groups are present. Thus, here pair of electrons can easily available for the donation. Thus, here ammonia has a strong basic, more basic nature than these aromatic amines. This is the one reason. Another reason, here lone pair of electrons on nitrogen can participate in the resonance structures. Lone pair of electrons can participate in resonance. If you take any one structure, example C6H5 NH2, here pair of electrons are present, then these electron pairs are migrated like this, then pi electrons are shifted on this carbon, then we get resonance structure. Here double bond NH2 plus, here negative charge, bond. After migrating these electrons here, then pi electrons are shifted on this carbon, then it forms one more resonance structure, double bond NH2 plus, bond will form, here negative charge formed because pi electrons are shifted on this carbon. Okay, this is the second structure, already bond is present here. Then here again these pi electrons are shifted between these two carbons, then these pi electrons are shifted on this carbon, then it forms one more resonance structure, double bond NH2 plus, here bond formed, here negative charge. Again here electrons are migrating like this, then we get one more resonance structure, here NH2 bond, lone pair of electrons are present. These three structures are called as resonance structures, structure 1, structure 2, structure 3. In these structures, is there any availability of lone pair of electrons for the donation? There is no availability, because here electrons are involved in the resonance structures. Okay. Thus, here these lone pair of electrons are involved in the resonance structures. Thus, these are very difficult to donate the pair of electrons to others. Thus, these are less basic than ammonia. Okay, because in ammonia there is no resonance structures are involved. Here lone pair of electrons are freely available. Thus, this nitrogen can give the pair of electrons easily. Thus, here ammonia is a strong base than these all aromatic amines. Okay. Why? What is the first reason? Here one reason is this phenyl group is electron withdrawing group. That means it can attract the electrons towards itself. Thus, it is very difficult to donate a pair of electrons. Okay. Thus, electrons are migrating this direction away from the nitrogen. Then it cannot give the pair of electrons to others easily. Okay. The availability of lone pair of electrons here difficult, because phenyl groups are electron withdrawing groups, always attracting towards itself only. Thus, the availability of lone pair of electrons is difficult, but in this case here free lone pair of electrons are available. Thus, it can donate the pair of electrons easily than these aromatic compounds. And one more reason, these lone pair of electrons are involved in the resonance structures. Thus, there is no availability of lone pair of electrons in resonance structures. Thus, it is very difficult to donate the pair of electrons. Okay. Thus, here ammonia is a strong base than aromatic amines. Okay, is it clear? Next topic is basic strength comparison of primary amines, secondary amines, tertiary amines and ammonia. Already here we know that in case of these all are aliphatic amines. These aliphatic amines are more basic than ammonia. Why? Due to the presence of here electron donating groups, alkyl groups. Okay. Then among these three, which is a strong base, which is a less base, we have to discuss that one. First take here tertiary amine. Tertiary amine general representation is R3N, that is 2 nitrogen. How many alkyl groups are present? 1, 2, 3, and on nitrogen 1 lone pair of electrons are available. This is the tertiary amine. Next, secondary amine, R2NH. Next one, primary amine, RNH2. Next one, ammonia. Now here alkyl group is electron donating group. This is the electron donating group. If one alkyl group is present, then these are donate the pair of the bond pair of electrons towards the nitrogen. So it is called as here positive inductive effect. Okay. So this carbon chain is pushing the electrons towards the nitrogen. Here free electrons are available. Again one more supporting group is there. Always all alkyl group is can say like you can donate, I can supply, like that. Thus here this alkyl group is supporting to donation of this pair of electrons to others. Thus primary amine is more basic, because here primary amine can donate the pair of electrons easily, because it is supporting, it is pushing the electrons towards to nitrogen. Thus nitrogen can give the pair of electrons easily to others. But in the case of ammonia, there is no such groups are there, there is no electron donating pushing groups are there. Thus it is less basic than primary amine. Thus which is more basic? Primary amine. Why? Due to the presence of electron donating group, it pushing the electrons towards the nitrogen. Thus this pair of electrons are easily available for the donation. Then come to secondary amine. Then how many electron donating groups are there? 2 groups are there. Thus, these two groups are supporting to this nitrogen to donate the pair of electrons. Thus, this nitrogen can donate the pair of electrons more easily than primary amine, because here one alkyl group is there, but here how many are there? Two are there. Two are supporting. You can give, we can supply like that. So, thus nitrogen can donate a pair of electrons easily. Thus, secondary amine is here more basic than primary amine due to the presence of two alkyl groups. Then what about tertiary amine? How many groups are there? Three groups are there. Okay, how many groups are there? Three groups are there. Thus, these three groups are supporting the donation of pair of electrons. These three are can donate the pair of electrons to nitrogen. Thus, nitrogen can easily donate the pair of electrons. Thus, tertiary amine is the strong base than secondary amine. So, this case is in gaseous state only. Okay, in gaseous state, what is the basic strength order? Tertiary amines have more basic nature, then secondary amines, then primary amines, then ammonia. Okay. Why? Because here in tertiary amines, three alkyl donating groups are present. These three are donate the electrons to nitrogen. Then this pair is easily available. Okay. Thus, it is more basic. In case of secondary amines, two are there. One alkyl group is reduced now. Thus, one group reduced, little bit basic nature also reduced, decreases. In case of primary amine, one more alkyl group is decreases. Here only one is there. Thus, again basic nature is decreases now. Okay. Then ammonia. Here there is no alkyl groups. Thus, it has a least basic nature. Okay. Thus, in a gaseous state, tertiary amines have greater basic strength. Next secondary amines. Next primary amines. Next ammonia. But in case of aqueous state, that means in a solution, here basic strength order is secondary amine. Has more basic nature. Next primary amine. Next tertiary amines. And least one is ammonia. Ammonia. Actually, in gaseous state, tertiary amines have greater basic strength, no? But in the case of aqueous state, secondary amines have more basic nature. Next, primary amines. Next, tertiary. Why tertiary amines have less basic nature than primary and secondary amines? It is due to steric hindrance. What is that? Steric hindrance. What is meant by steric hindrance? Here, steric hindrance means here three are alkyl groups only. If you take tertiary amine, I am writing here. This is the bulky groups are present, alkyl groups. Bulky groups, three are alkyl groups only. Then they oppose the donation of pair of electrons. Okay. Because some repulsions are present between these alkyl groups. Here alkyl group, this is also alkyl, this is also alkyl. Between these alkyl groups, here repulsions are present. Which one is present? Repulsions are present. Thus, due to the presence of more repulsive, largely sized alkyl groups, it is very difficult to donation of a pair of electrons. Thus, tertiary amine has less basic than primary and secondary amine in case of aqueous state, even though it has three alkyl donating groups. Okay. But secondary amines, here only two alkyl groups are present. There is no such type of repulsions or more. Little bit is there. Okay, not too much repulsions like tertiary amines. Only less repulsions are present. Only two alkyl groups are present, and these two are donating groups. These electrons are migrate towards to nitrogen. Thus, this pair of electrons can donate easily. Thus, here that migration of bond pair of electrons towards to nitrogen, it is nothing but a positive inductive effect. Okay, that means here positive inductive effect means the bond pair of electrons move away from the carbon, that is called as positive inductive effect. Already you have learned in first PUC. Due to the presence of positive inductive groups, two are there. Here alkyl, here are two alkyl groups are present. Thus, it is supporting donation of pair of electrons. It is also supporting. Thus, this can donate the pair of electrons easily. And here in primary amines, only one group is there, that is electron donating, that is a positive inductive group. Thus, it is also support the donation of pair of electrons. In case of the here tertiary amine, three groups are there, but due to the steric hindrance, okay, these pair of electrons are not easily to donate the pair of electrons. So, that is called as a steric hindrance. One more is there, that is the solvation effect. What is that? Solvation effect. Solvation effect means here these molecules, amine molecules are associated with water. Aqueous solution means it is a solution of water only, no. Thus, here these all amines are more soluble in water, no, because formation of hydrogen bonds with water. These primary, secondary, tertiary amines form hydrogen bonds with water. Thus, these are more soluble in water. Thus, these amines are associated with water molecules. Due to that reason also, here tertiary amines are containing three bulky alkyl groups. Thus, here they have less basic, okay, because here due to the repulsions of these bulky groups, it is not easy to donate the pair of electrons. That means the availability of lone pair of electrons is very hard. Thus, it has less basic. And ammonia, they do not have any donating groups. Thus, it has less basic only. Thus, it is the basic order of different amines in aqueous state, that is secondary amine, primary amine, tertiary amine, and least one is ammonia. It is due to, what are the reasons? First one is a positive inductive effect, means if nitrogen contains electron donating groups, okay, then the easy of availability of lone pair of electrons are present, okay, that is the positive inductive effect. And steric hindrance means tertiary amines have three alkyl groups. Due to the repulsions, it cannot give the pair of electrons easily. And third one is the solvation effect. These amines are combined with water molecules, okay. Thus, it is also affect the donation of lone pair of electrons, means so solvation effect also affect the basic strength of amines. Due to these three reasons, in aqueous state, secondary amines have more basic strength than primary, and primary have more basic strength than tertiary. Tertiary have more basic nature than ammonia. This is in aqueous solution, but in gaseous state, tertiary, secondary, primary, ammonia. Okay. So, remember this order, it is most important in competitive purpose. Maybe they will give in theory purpose also. Okay. Ashwan. Here chemical properties. In this one, first one is acylation. Acylation means here hydrogen in amine can be replaced by acyl group is called as acylation. Hydrogen in amine can be replaced by acyl group. That reaction is called as acylation. Another definition, reaction with acyl chlorides or acyl halides is called as acylation. Here acyl halide example is acetyl chloride CH3COCl. This is the acetyl chloride. That means amines can react with a acyl halide like acetyl chloride in the presence of a strong base. That reaction is called as acylation. Example, here primary amines are secondary amines. React with acyl halide, that is acetyl chloride, or you can take anhydride also, acid anhydride in the presence of strong base like pyridine. Then here this hydrogen, this Cl is removed as a HCl. Then CH3CO group can attack on nitrogen or NHCOCH3. Thus we get amides. On nitrogen atom, alkyl group is present now. Thus it is the N-alkyl amide. Here what is the use of a strong base like pyridine? If you use a strong base like pyridine, then here byproduct HCl formed, that is acid. This is the acid, this is the base. Both are combined together to form salt. That means strength of acid decreased. Thus according to Le-Chatelier principle, reaction takes place towards forward reaction only. Thus we get product more. Okay, that is the use of pyridine. Example, CH3NH2 methanamine or methylamine is react with CH3Cl, that is acetyl chloride. In the presence of pyridine. Then here hydrogen, here Cl removed as HCl. Then CH3CO group is attacked on nitrogen. The CH3NHCOCH3. If it is not there, CH3CONH2, that is called as acetamide. What is that? Acetamide. But on nitrogen, which group is present? Methyl group is there. Hence the name is N-methyl acetamide. Another name here, on nitrogen methyl group is there, hence N-methyl. How many carbons are there? 2 are there. Thus ethanamide. This is the IUPAC name, this is the common name. Okay. Similarly, here you can take secondary amine also. What is that? Secondary amine. This is the primary amine. You can take secondary amine also. CH3NH CH3, N-methyl methenamine, react with CH3COCl in the presence of pyridine. Then here hydrogen, here Cl, removed as HCl. Then this acetyl group is attacked on nitrogen. Thus we get CH3N, here CH3, CO, CH3. If these two groups are not there, hydrogens are present, then it is called as acetamide. Okay. But here instead of two hydrogens, two methyl groups are present, hence it is called as N dimethyl acetamide. Dimethyl acetamide. Okay. IUPAC name is here N and dimethyl ethanamide. Okay, both are correct, same only. You can write any name. Thus, amines either primary or secondary. React with acyl halides like acetyl chloride in the presence of strong base pyridine to form N-alkyl amides. Okay, this reaction is called as acylation. Instead of here acetyl chloride, you can use N-hydride acid, N-hydride also, that is also called as acylation. Example here CH3CO, CO, CH3. Okay, if you use acetic anhydride, this is the acetic anhydride, then here hydrogen, here CH3COO minus, H plus CH3CO minus combined together, removed as acetic acid, CH3COOH, acetic acid removed. Again this acetyl group is attacked on nitrogen. Thus we get N-alkyl amide only, no? Okay. Example, take same example or another one. Methylamine is react with acetic anhydride. Take acetic anhydride, that is CH3COO, COCH3. This is the acetic anhydride. Then here hydrogen, here CH3COO minus combined together, removed as acetic acid, CH3COOH. Then what is the remaining part? This CH3CO group is attacked on nitrogen. Thus we get N-methyl acetamide. Okay. Here also you can take acetic anhydride instead of acetyl chloride, CO, CH3. Then here hydrogen, here CH3COO minus combined together, removed as acetic acid, that is CH3COOH. Then what is the remaining part? This CH3CO group is attacked on this nitrogen. Thus we get here N dimethyl acetamide. Okay. This reaction is also called as acylation. What is that? Acylation only. Thus here these amines are either primary and tertiary. Amines are react with acyl halides or acid anhydrides in the presence of base to form N-alkyl amides. This reaction is called as acylation. Okay. In this reaction, hydrogen in amines is replaced by here this acetyl group. Hydrogen place is replaced by this acetyl group only, no? Here hydrogen is there, but here this acetyl group is present. Thus that reaction is called as acylation. Okay. Here tertiary amines do not react with this acetic anhydride or acyl halides. That means tertiary amines do not participate in this reaction. Why? Because there is no hydrogen on this one. Okay, tertiary amines do not have any hydrogens. Thus, here in case of primary and secondary amines, so one hydrogen is present. Thus, it can be replaced by acyl group. But for the replacement, there is no hydrogen. Thus, these tertiary amines do not undergo acylation. Okay. Next, if you take aromatic amines also, what is that? Aromatic amines. Can take primary or secondary. Aniline. NH2. It is the aniline which is react with either acetic anhydride or acetyl chloride. Take any one. CH3COO, CO, CH3. This is the acetic anhydride. Which is react with each other in the presence of strong base pyridine. Then here hydrogen, here CH3COO minus combined together, removed as acid CH3COOH, and here the CH3CO group is attacked on nitrogen. Thus we get here NH CO CH3. So it is called as acetonylide. So it is the acetonylide. Another name N-phenyl, here acetamide, N-phenyl acetamide. Because this group is not present, then CH3CONH2 is called as acetamide, but a nitrogen phenyl group is there, hence it is called as N-phenyl acetamide. Okay. So when aniline is react with acetic anhydride, in the presence of pyridine, we get acetonylide or N-phenyl acetamide. Okay. You can take here acid halide also, that is RCOCl. This is the aniline which is react with CH3COCl, acetyl chloride, which are react with each other in the presence of pyridine. Then here hydrogen, here Cl removed as HCl. Then what is the remaining group? CH3CO group is attacked on nitrogen. Thus we get here NH COCH3. NHCOCH3. This is the N-phenyl acetamide. Okay. So this reaction is also called as acylation. Thus here amines can react with acid halides or acidic anhydrides, acid anhydrides in the presence of strong base to form N-alkyl amides. That reaction is called as acylation. Okay. This is the acylation reaction of amines. Okay, thank you.